Minutes earlier on, as Uganda took on the defending champions Costa Blanca and won that one. So who will join Uganda ladies in the finals? This is another tight affair. Kenya Lionesses taking on Shogun ladies. Kicking us off was Snyder Mokaya for the Lionesses. Puts it just out of Shogun's 22 and they knock it on, gifting instant possession to Kenya Lionesses. Early feel of possession. Edith Nariaka, speed merchant that one. Don't be fooled by her size. One of the fastest players we've seen on this 27th edition of the Safari Sevens. Ball is out to Mokaya. Mokaya puts into Janet Okello, who's come back into the starting lineup after missing the quarterfinals. That knocks it on.
I said this yesterday, when players come on the floor, they want to pick up the ball again, and they sort of release the ball as they're being tackled. Because of the contact, the collision, unfortunately the ball travels, so a player has to be deliberate. As soon as you come to the floor, watch this as Janet comes to the floor here. She needs to not place it as if she's scoring a try, because once you release the ball and you're in contact, and that ball travels, then the referee always calls for that knock-on.
Yeah, put in there for Shogun, and they come to the left of Kenya Lionesses' defense. Ball pops out and quickly hustled. However, that was an offside play. Referee penalizes the Lioness and they regroup. Shogun going for territory. It's a penalty, so they'll have the put in at the line out.
Lioness adopting some of the tactics we've seen from the Kenya Shogun there, with the Janet hitting it up in the middle. But as opposed to Iraq, I think she wanted to go on and play again. Is that, do you think, is a similar tactic there from the Kenya Shogun in attack?
Yeah, probably. But they have to get the fruits for that, and that cut back in exposes the outside channels. Fresher chases down, but cannot get to number 6 for Shogun as they hit the front here. Shogun ladies scoring the first try in this match.
So watch this defensive situation here. Janet's opposite number, the center, goes across, and then maybe they didn't communicate there with the winger, so Janet goes all the way defending her. And then what happens is that the winger cuts back in, and because the pressure is still also on the outside, that means there's a gap on the inside, and the catch-up defender not getting there. I think Snyder will be the catch-up defender, and because of that kind of setup, it creates a huge gaping hole there, which they take advantage of. Watch this, I think, on the replay. So Janet goes across here, and then there's a cut back in.
And goes to the same spot.
Correct.
And then pins her ears and goes all the way to lead, put Shogun in the lead. Good restart. They put Kenya Lionesses deep into their own 22, barely a meter out of their try line, but Lionesses back their passing skills and they get out. Snyder Mokaya brings it out to Amuguni. Amuguni carries it strongly into contact. And they have 4 around that breakdown area, so they don't have numbers out wide. They will try though. Janet going into that space opens the cutback move. Frashia hands off after conceding that race earlier on, the foot race. She comes back in on a strong cut and fans on their feet to celebrate. Frashia Odwor pulling Kenya back into this one immediately after conceding one.
That is a wonderful mindset there. She knows she can score the tries, but she still had some work to do there when she cut back instead of using the same tactic against the
copy paste.
Shogun defense. Really good defend there, Fisher. She attempts to convert her own try, and she does.
Yeah, Janet Okello did the same thing. Pulled her defender into that outer channel, opening a space for Fresher to cut back in, as you see there. Then she went outside the same channel that had no one there.
And to be fair with Shogun defense, the catch-up defender got there, but it's a really good fend there by Fresher.
Fantastic semi-finals we're having here. Kenya Lioness against Shogun. Lioness leading courtesy of that converted try. Frashia scoring and converting her own try. And then we are back to the races here. Same player trying to clean out Frashia. That looks like a knock on the tackle.
Look I don't mean to be too critical here of the Kenya Lionesses defense, but the backs here are having an issue around staying flat, going up together. Jared seems to be going out on the right immediately. I'm hearing Snyder really calling her to go up, asking her to press up. So what she's doing, she's actually running across immediately as opposed to fast going up, killing the space, as they say, and then going across.
Yeah, because Shogun have identified that wing and that channel between the center and the winger, and they're attacking it with intent. Nariaka, very fast. This one is going to be a try for sure. We have seen and watched her over several weeks. She is very pacey, one of the fastest players we see, and identifies the fringes of that scrum to pull Kenya away by an additional 5 points.
Players in Kenya can actually pick up the ball from either from the run of the scrum and take off like Nariaka, Edith, and I think few have almost done that in this tournament.
Yeah, we've not seen that kind of a try.
Sniping
around the scrum and being successful at it as Nariaka has been in this case.
Nariaka has a nerve-relieving score there by Edith Nariaka. Shogun really concerned about the pace outside, but Edith just picks that up.
Yeah, Snyder Bokaya missing the conversion, the extra 2 points not on offer, and also on offer not taken. And then immediately gifting Shogun in possession, not getting the mandatory 10 on the restart. So they have to realign and work themselves back. They push up from that tap and go.
Look at the defensive issue here. I think there's an issue around, especially the backs being flat.
Never onside.
Never onside, the referee says. Never onside.
Offside.
I think that call went against Chajira, the co-captain. Co-captain together with Frashi Odur.
That's your call. Scrum call. Faster next time.
Huta for the first half sounds there, but call was already in for the scrum. Right dead center of the pitch. Shogun trying to decide which area to attack, the left or the right of the scrum. Whichever way they go, it's going to be really dicey for Kenya. And they choose to go to the left. Nariaka covering the inside defense. Frasha out. Then a strong ball carry, and it is ripped in the tackle. So it's not a knock-on. So Nariaka penalized for holding on.
It was a good defensive structure, that one, and did well to rip the ball. Shogun trusting there. Oh, that looks like it's going dead, that one, unfortunately. Oh, you know, got it.
Still within play.
That is a good, really good penalty kick. I thought it was going dead.
Ma Molina kicks that one into touch. They are 10 meters out from Lionesses' try line. Remember, the Huta has sounded for the halftime, so Lionesses will want to ensure they get into the halftime with the scores as is. However, it will be a big swing in momentum if Shogun ladies are able to score before getting into the break. They go back to the shorter side where they think they have numbers, but that was a pseudo gap. Still patient play here. And an advantage to boot for a high tackle. Steps back in, pumping 5 meters out. Stops short, Kalota Kaikoya. Now danger runner here, scorer for their only try. Offloads in the contact. Try line beckoning, and they go over Ma Molina. Ma Molina scores to pull them within 2 points of the Kenya Lionesses. That was a pressure moment for the Lionesses.
It was, and it was a good line out there. Shogun trusting their set piece. We've seen every time they get a penalty, they're just confident about their set piece. Got for a line out. They seem to be getting so much 100%.
10 seconds for the kick.
And then they trust their skills from there to just go over. Eventually, several infringements. They missed the conversion. And this one is even poised here. Shogun leading this one. So Lioness leading this one 12 points to 10.
Their preferred national teams, but clearly in support of the Kenya Lionesses and the Shujaa Moran, all the Kenyan teams participating in this one. As we kick off for the second half, Snyder Okaya not judging that one well. Didn't judge it well and left it to bounce all the way into the try box. So it will be a free kick at the half meter and everyone scrambling back to be 10. But Edith Nariaka needs to take it from the center pitch.
Yes.
Lost
Edith,
opportunity.
what are you doing? It was a kick-off, Edith.
Yeah, she had to restart it from the center mark. And that was a lost opportunity because Shogun ladies were way offside if she had tapped it from the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, she reacted well, just maybe didn't remember it was a kick-off. Snyder here with a kick and chase.
No sweeper.
Good pressure here from Lioness.
Good. Release. Let's go.
It's the right place to play up.
No.
Yeah, everyone trying to get into the referee's ears there, influencing the referee. A lot of chat there you can feel over the referee's mic. But Lioness in a proper space here. If they can apply pressure, they'll be able to reap from
I think
this.
they put up some line speed there from Sheila Chajira because they're playing inside the try line. I think Sheila could have put a bit of a line speed.
Yeah, they could have
it's good.
afforded.
Oh no.
So that is a playing of the 9 penalized by the referee. Kenya Lionesses giving some breathing space to Shogun, and Shogun taking it well now outside of their red zone. And
One pass, unfortunately, one pass. I was just wondering there, Shogun, they have been quite patient when they get a penalty. I thought maybe they would have gone for a line out, because what they've tried to do, I think, is just sort of get some 20-30 meters from the kick and attack, sort of eat that territory and then attack from there.
Let's go.
emotions running high here. I wonder if she's the captain. Just try to confirm that, but referee giving clarity on the earlier decision where Snyder Mokaya took the ball from her own try area, and the in-goal referee ruled that that ball was not touched. No hooking, another of those mistakes.
Here we go. I thought they trusted the set piece, but
Let's go.
in terms of lineup, but now they decided to scratch.
Yeah, because it's a free kick, so
it was a free kick, was it?
Yeah, it was a
Sorry,
free kick because there was no hook in that put in from the Kenya Lionesses. Now Shogun ladies carrying in strongly. They have to speak that gap, quickly shut down by Murito. And then a turnover now. They have an opportunity to go out wide if they can shift it quickly from defense to attack. Release pressure in that open space. But a pacey defender watching over her. She has to do the right things of loads to Janet. Janet pumping, but is bundled into touch. That's Edith. Yes, that's Edith. It's Edith Nariaka bundled into touch.
Both teams need to be patient here. I think there was enough time, space for her to just try and step back in, keep that ball. Fisher just...
Yeah, this is a well-balanced, well-poised semi-finals. 2 points separating the teams. That comes down to a
Offside,
conversion.
yeah, offside. They go for touch here. Remember,
That has been their choice, going for touch.
because they get really good. They've done 100% of the lineouts.
And they still opt for that option.
Keep the turn on the line until the line is over.
Goes to show teams have different strengths and they use it to their advantage, because when you get the line out, it's an opportunity for you to attack fast face ball off the line out. And with 20 meters separating both teams on the backline defense, that gives enough room for you to manipulate the defenders.
And the Kenya Lioness backs are sort of creeping in.
That's why people ask, why go for the line out when you can go for the scrum? It's because of that distance between the backlines. It's the biggest between from a line out. It's at 20 meters and you're able to manipulate the defenders well. Coming in, Speedster scored their first try. He goes to deck, does well to recycle that ball. Just goes to show that, I mean, even though you've lost the ruck, that ability to apply pressure can cause errors like that one.
Yes, it does, and this can go either way here. I think the team that scores next may have a real advantage here. As we see a substitution, all three players going out. Jasmine Rampton among them.
Nail-biting moments for both technical benches here. Lioness with ball, shifting it out wide. A loop around, then the educated boot of Snyder Mokaya puts it into the backyard, into the red zone.
The bad option is put pressure down there. Got a minute to go, but remember, Shogun have had really decent lineouts. I think they've done 4 now and all the 100% in.
Yeah, I think Kenya Lionesses trusting in their defensive structure, akin to what we saw with Uganda earlier on.
Correct.
Just putting pressure and looking for those opportunities to turn over possession. 100% line-out start so far for Shogun ladies, and Kenya have been put to test here to defend, and they're doing it well, trying to offload in the contact before going to deck. Discussing and communication in defense, very critical. Faith Livoy has to go further up, and she applies herself. This is a turnover, ball was thrown onto deck, then it's a forward. Is it a forward or a knock? Oh yeah, Faith is actually calling on that pass that looked like it was knocked on first.
Yes,
before she went for the tackle.
Correct.
But things happened really quite fast there. It's normally a very quick play, and the referee has to call what they see.
Last play moments here for Shogun. Last chance.
2 points separating the teams. Good
Not
pressure.
good
Pressure from the Lionesses in that scrum.
Uganda did the same thing earlier, targeting the set piece. Kenya also did that, I think, in the first half.
Yeah, we are yet to hear the sound of the hooter. And anytime we hear that, we know that this will be over. So a reset in favor of Kenya Lionesses, just outside of Shogun's 22. They'll try to manage the clock, or they'll go for a try. Whatever the case, they have to retain possession here. Janet shifts it out to Frasher. Frasher steps back in. They need to secure this possession. Good work there from Janet, and the hooter goes, so Lionesses need to kick this one out and secure the win. But Livoy clearly hasn't had that hooter.
They get a penalty here.
Pick and go from Livoy. Nice to go around the fringes. Nariaka with a pass out wide. Naomi should know that the hooter has sounded. They do not know that, and they keep playing. These are really times you need to listen to the technical bench. Why is Snyder?
They need to calm down. I think they're aware of what's going on.
Why are they playing on?
They're not aware. I think they need to calm down.
Why are they playing on?
Now they know. Now they know.
And the stadium goes on to its feet, giving pressure moments, as you see there. Shogun technical bench not happy about that.
Just needs to calm down here.
Not happy about that.